The TUGS Sizzle Reel, or more commonly called the Sizzler by TUGS fans, is a promotional tape shown to investors as a pitch of the 1988 to 1990 television series named TUGS. It is very infamous for using various extended and/or deleted footage from the TUGS episodes Sunshine and Jinxed. This is a video analysis about the Sizzler and why it is a hot topic to discuss in the TUGS fandom.
The tugboat, for its size, is the most powerful craft afloat. And Captain Star and his tugs are the power behind the docks and waterways that make up the big city port. This is TUGS.
As previously discussed, this Sizzler was created by the creators of TUGS, Robert D. Cardona and David Mitton, to pitch the show to investors interested in the show. The Sizzler was created very early into production of filming, in early 1988 to be exact. Speculation of when it was fully completed during filming is still unknown, at least to me, but I'd say it was finished during the filming of Pirate. Jinxed was completed at the end of 1987, and its footage made up most of the Sizzler. Contents of the Sizzler featured a style of a really introductive aspect to TUGS. It displays the world very well, giving you just enough you need to know about the series, utilizing many panning and long shots from the two aforementioned episodes. Really showed a lot of big city ports. It had temporary sound effects, possibly mixed by Peter Best, who would later on work on sound effect mixing/editing for the show. All the music for the Sizzler and the show were written and composed by Mike O'Donnell and Junior Campbell. An interesting fact is that the prototype intro, and it only, was narrated by Mike O'Donnell's son, Ben O'Donnell. Also, the prototype intro could have been produced earlier than the music composed for the Sizzler, as Mike O'Donnell has stated in a recent tweet. Speaking of Mike O'Donnell, he uploaded the prototype intro to YouTube in September 2014, along with displaying some pictures of the studio where he and Junior Campbell recorded the music for Thomas the Tank Engine and TUGS. As for the Sizzler's music itself, it is essentially an extended version of the credits theme, commonly named the ending theme. It is very nice and lovely to listen to in my opinion. It has a gradual build-up throughout the Sizzler and really sets the mood for the visuals.
The series covers key aspects of harbour life and that of neighbouring rivers during the seasons of one year. Stories are based on fact, real events that took place in tugboat history. What you are seeing is a flavour of TUGS, an original series produced as a drama entertainment for children.
Narration was a prominent feature in the Sizzler as well. It serves as good explanation and partial commentary to the visuals. Although we don't quite know who provides the narration, fans have thought of mainly two people: Chris Tulloch, the art director and writer for the episodes Trapped and High Winds, director for the episodes Warrior and Quarantine, eventual voice actor. He commonly dubbed the work prints and rough edits for the episodes. He would eventually voice the character Zora in the series. His normal voice is a very deep voice with a slight British accent, which does somewhat resemble the Sizzler narrator's voice. The other guest is Lee Cornez.
Isn't that a urine stain on the front of your trousers?
Actor and voice actor. He will primarily go on to voice many characters in the TUGS franchise, such as Grampus, Boomer, Billy Shupak, and the Coast Guard. He has a somewhat similar voice to the Sizzler narrator, but less likely to have been on board with the show. Oh well, I guess we'll never know for sure. As stated from the TUGS Wikipedia, Castle Vision is a home video company responsible for the UK and Australian VHS releases for TUGS. A total of 5 home videos covering the entire series were produced. In June 1988, to help promote their launch, Castle Vision produced a VHS tape to showcase various shows they had acquired for their launch party. At the end of the tape contained their announcement for their acquisition of TUGS. Most interesting though, it features a heavily trimmed down sizzle reel, having the full intro, but cutting out more than half of the 5-minute Sizzler. It is unknown why this was done, most likely to keep the runtime of the launch tape to a minimum, since the announcement for TUGS was at the end of the tape. The Star TUGS Trust, or now renamed to TUGS The Exhibition, are a group of fans gathered from Soldier Island forums, and have had intentions to preserve some of the original TUGS props, which they acquired in the early 2010s. Sometime in that period, the Sizzle Reel tape has been handed from a TUGS crew member to the group, along with some other TUGS tapes, such as The Warrior's Longest Day 20-minute workprint, a trapped 15-minute workprint, along with a shortened dub of it, and a lost US dub of the episode Sunshine. The Sizzle Reel they own is the full 7-minute video, having nothing altered to the runtime of it. The Sizzle Reel tape has indeed been digitized by the group, as screen showcases of it are shown at private events held at the exhibition, mostly during the 2010s. Since the COVID pandemic in the 2020s, they have almost stopped with these private events. The private events they host have public ticket booking though, so basically anyone can see these, if you have enough money of course. However, even though the exhibition has these tapes digitized, they have absolutely no intentions or motivations to release these to the public. This is the same case for the photographs of multiple and many behind the scenes pictures they have. These contain concept art, TUG building production, set pictures, ruler photos, and much more. Hearing about this Sizzle Reel, many devoted fans have decided to try and find a way to preserve its history and restore it to its true glory. In April of 2020, an audio recording of the Sizzler was being passed around, most likely recorded at a private screening event. MK, the instrumentalist, decided to take the muffled, quiet audio and try to restore it by removing pauses and noise. So this was the very first time the Sizzler audio was shown off to the public, and TUGS fans were really happy, myself included. Funny enough, there was an older recording of the Sizzler which
Everybody played it straight. There were those that would stop at nothing to get ahead of their competitors. Generally, they were not.
In August of 2020, the Star Switcher uploaded the prototype intro, which was taken from a rare promotional tape, a munitions production tape, sent over from Jamie's Railway Modeling, which was cleaned up, stabilized, upscaled, and color corrected by the Star Switcher. However, we were all still wondering what the Sizzler visuals were. A document was created displaying what specific footage was included in the Sizzler itself. This document was written with summaries from people who actually went to the Sizzler screenings. In 2021, 2 music composers, Ace of Trains and John Hayes, decided to do their own full recreations of the music from the Sizzler, with Ace of Trains being more accurate and faithful to the original, and John Hayes being a cover and a more freelance style. Personally, I like them both in their own separate ways. Later on, popped up a few Sizzler recreations, taking what footage/images were available and taking the deleted scenes images from the TUGS photo books, which the photo books were based on the 20-minute versions of the TUGS episodes. Hazel Wally, go subscribe by the way, and Duck Fan 8 made very based on the document recreations, whilst Craig Black, the Cerulean station master, and the Red B4 made freelance versions with footage from the series itself. In late 2021, October 16 to be exact, The Unlucky Tug premiered an almost 2-hour-long video analysis about the creation and production of tugs. More importantly, however, was the introduction of the TUGS project, a group of people who specialize in media preservation/restoration of tugs. They prominently restored old negatives, Polaroids, and prints of tugs behind-the-scenes, set photos, and even some other notable media from tugs that can be viewed nowhere else. Some of their revealed content was significant to the Sizzler. These include behind-the-scenes photographs of the infamous Gomez incident, being filmed presumably by Chris Tollett. The scene has Boomer pushing Izzy Gomez into a dock/small shed, exploding it and a fuel barge. This scene was notoriously cut from the 15-minute edit of the broadcasted version of Jinxed. Other media such as the building process and usage of the large-scale 10-cent whistle, which was built alongside other TUGS whistles. The TUGS project has more Sizzler-related content, but we'll come back to that later. Exactly a year after the TUGS project debut, on October 16, 2022, the Infernal Birdie released a Google Drive link to a showcase of content from the TUGS exhibition's October 15 event of that year. This drive contained many photos of the current state of the TUGS props, behind-the-scenes pictures on display. More importantly, there were videos of a screen with the Sizzler itself being shown. We finally know what the Sizzler looks like. However, the first and last few seconds of the Sizzler weren't recorded. Shortly after that, Ian2 would upload a now unlisted video reconstruction of it, syncing the 2020 audio recording of the Sizzler with the 2022 recording of the visuals, and kind of adding the first and last seconds. Meanwhile, a day after the reveal of the drive, The Unlucky Tug would post a not bad stabilized version of the recorded Sizzler footage, with Ace of Trains' music recreation being played to it. I Have No Talent 62 would take this stabilized footage and attempt a color correction of the video, with some good results. Going back to the TUGS project, on Christmas Day of December 25th, they revealed their copy of the CastleVision Accusation Launch VHS, containing, yes, a bit of the Sizzler. This is one of my favorite reveals of 2022, as we finally get to hear and see what the true Sizzler looks like. Notable things I've heard from this was the clear audio of the narrator, who to this day I believe is Lee Cornett's, because of the slightly nasally voice.
Not everybody played it straight.
And that is it, friends. That is the entire history of the TUGS Sizzle Reel. I'm glad to show you all and tell the tale of the bumpy yet simple history this lovely tape had. Now we have most of it, the audio and visuals. And although they're not in the fullest quality or complete, it is still nice to see this wonderful piece of TUGS history. Now that's all from me. Hopefully you've learned a lot from this video, and comment down below what you think of the Sizzler. That's all from me now. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. Oh yeah, and Happy New Year or something.